Good morning. Good morning. Buen dia. Konnichiwa. Is that is that good morning for Japan? I just heard this song called Konnichiwa. We're gonna figure it out. But hold on, wait. Oh shit! Look what I found. Just one second. Yo, check this out. Look what was just kind of kicking it. Oh yeah. Okay, man. Might have to get the kids today. Bring them out here. Uh, but yeah, man. How y'all doing? Anyways, have y'all been working on have y'all been working on you know your arts, your skills, your crafts, and whatever? Yeah. Have you tried any new ones? Have you tried any new ones? Well, it would be good to attempt at least. Try something new. I'm not a soccer player. I didn't play soccer, but it's active. It's something to do, right? Um, what's I got a question. Question: What separates us from animals? Because I'm sure if you go ask 10 different people, they're going to give you 10 different answers. I'm pretty sure somebody's going to say, we're not animals. I think we are animals in a way. You dig? It's just we developed over time to dominate the world. Some would say even destroy the world. Jesus Christ. Um, but yeah, so what I'm trying to say is, I guess, and forgive me because I don't never write this stuff down or anything. I just kind of go with the flow. But yeah. I guess what separates us from animals, some would say, the part of our brain that developed, that neocortex, right? That neocortex. It allows us to think, plan, strategize, work cohesively, build, right? All those things, do math, all that jazz. Although we have graduated to this different conscious level, we still have these animalistic tendencies. Yeah, yeah, we do. That's why we have. That's why we have all different types of programs and studies, right? Programs and studies and teachings, trying to figure out who we are. We still don't know who we are. We've been here for how many years? Millions of years. We still don't know who we are. We still don't know our potential as human beings. Would you agree? Would you agree? Um, but I tell you this: there's a part of us that is very animalistic, or at least compared to the societal um, standard, right, of being a citizen, a human, a person, right? Um, there's these animal parts of us. Um, so with that, some of our characteristics. or actions that can be attributed to this animalistic part of us are they're usually bad things. They're usually bad things. They're usually bad things. Now, what's animals and art? Where are you going with this? Where are you going with this? Bear with me. Bear with me. Okay, Carl Jung. You know he's one of my favorite um, authors, persons, uh, whatever you want to call him. But he kind of gives us a point of view. You know, he gives us a point of view, and in my understanding, what I interpreted from his works is we're able to channel this animalistic part of us. It's like an energy, right? It's like an energy. He tells us that we all are born with a certain capital of energy, right? And if we don't use it in a proper way, you feel me? It can take over us, right? And we become primitive. We become animalistic. We become primitive when we do things that we shouldn't do, right? So I'm gonna just share this one insert this one insert from this book. Is that right? Insert or is it insert? I'm still. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. I'm still learning here. Uh, um, basically, I tell you what. He he describes this part of us. I believe it was the unconscious, but he describes it as this monstrous, beastly thing, right? This monstrous, beastly entity. This obscure, um, dark side of us, and he tells us that most of us have it, but only some of us know how to channel it. Only some of us know how to guide it. Okay, well, how? Art, skills. That's two for two. That's two for two, huh? I channeled all of that energy, whether you want to call it excitement, happiness, frustration, rage. I channeled it into my body, and I used my leg and my foot to kick the ball. Huh? Am I talking good? Am I talking good? Let's do that one more time. I'm gonna show you how I did that. One more time. One more time. One more time. I feel better already. I feel better already. I'm gonna show you something. It's gonna be quick. A special ability means a heavy expenditure of energy in a particular direction with a consequent drain from other side of life. I think I said that right. Highlight this part. A special ability means a heavy expenditure of energy in a particular direction. That's channeling that energy you have, that excitement, that rage, that stimulation that you're feeling that you can't quite describe, right? Um, we can do it with kicking. I'm pretty sure Mike Tyson would explain to you how he did it with boxing. When you want to get behind that guy when he's mad. Um, but yeah, and so we can do it in other ways too. We can do it in other ways too. Art, drawing, and painting, A great, yes, I know you've heard it before. It's cliche. It's an expression. It is. It is. But the reason why you haven't practiced anything is because you think you have to be born gifted and talented. The only thing that everybody is born with in this world is sin. That's about the number one commonality right there. That's the common denominator. Okay, you got to practice, huh? Go pick up a basketball. Go pick up a tennis racket. Pick up a microphone. Pick up a pencil, a paintbrush. Pick up a hammer. Go build something. Channel your energy, man. Channel your energy. Write a song. Write a poem. I talk about that all the time. I say it all the time, huh? But what did Boosie say? You ain't peeping my knowledge. All you see is the violence. I encourage you today to go channel that energy, man. Channel that, guide that animalistic part of you. It's tough. I know it. It's tough. I know it. You know all the pressures of life, right? Because let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. You're gonna do it anyways. You're gonna let it out anyways. It's gonna leak. That frustration is going to leak, whether it's through a facial expression, right? Whether it's through a facial expression, whether it's through a response or a comment, it's going to come out. You might as well do something with that energy because that's all it is. It's energy. It's energy. You know what I like to call it? I like to call it magic. That's what it is. I like to call it magic, right? And I'm not trying to get all mystical and all that jazz. You know what I'm saying? But that's just kind of basically what it is. We're like these vehicles that harbor this magic, this energy. And if you don't get it out, it's going to combust. That's why you keep hollering. That's why you keep looking at your digs. You keep arguing with your digs. You're trying to figure out where this energy is gonna go. So you go and find a side piece. Now she done pissed you off. For real. Find you a trade, a skill, something artistic, something to do, man. Get it out of you. Okay? And you see, and this is the thing. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm about to keep it all the way G100 with you. You ready? You ready? I'm about to keep it G100 with you. You think that going around and applying your player's card, you see what I'm saying? You think going around and applying your player's card is is gonna do the trick, in which it may. Don't get me wrong. However, you might get bored after a while. You might get bored after a while. You could because you done expended all of your energy towards that, and now all the dopamine done ran out. Now psychologically, you're not even stimulated anymore. So open your palate. You dig? Yeah, man. I guess that's it for today. I need to go do a couple things. You feel me? But yeah, man. That's about it. That's about it. I don't want much today. I don't want much today. But yeah, let me see if I can find that one part right quick when Carl Jung was talking about that beastly animal tendency that we have. It says it is a strange something. Let's see here. It says it is a strange something that derives its existence from the hinterland of man's mind that suggests the abyss of time separating us from pre-human ages, or evokes a superhuman world of contrasting light and darkness. It is a primordial experience which surpasses man's understanding, and to which he is therefore in danger of succumbing. Then he goes on to say, the value and the force of the experience are given by its enormity. It arises from timeless depths. It is foreign and cold, many sided, demonic, and grotesque, a grimly ridiculous sample of the eternal chaos. Of the eternal chaos. You know, I was about to say internal chaos, which still makes sense. So, this internal chaotic feeling that you have, um he goes on because he's talking about art and stuff, but that the internal chaotic feeling that you have, a lot of us understand it. We get it because we also feel that, but we know how to guide it. We put our guardrails up and we channel it. I was thinking about the athletes, right? I was thinking about the athletes, and I was like, because like when you use different parts of your body, that activates different parts of your brain, right? So I was like, okay, when people use their right hand, like, do they think a certain way versus people who use their left hand? Do they think a certain way? I was sitting here kicking the ball, and I was like, okay, if I use my right leg, do I think a certain way? Like, is it grouped? You know what I mean? So then I started to think about the different sports that use different the different sports that use different body parts. So you got basketball that where you run, but you mostly using your hands to control the ball. With soccer, you use your feet to control the ball. So do basketball players think a certain way? Do soccer players think a certain way? Do tennis players think a certain way? Right? And I don't know. I have to look into that. But what I do know is in each sport, there is always somebody that is dominant. Huh? There is always somebody that's dominant. Am I talking good? So throughout whatever sport they're playing, right? There's a group of people that we consider goats. There's a group of people that we consider the greatest. What do they have in common? I think that's obvious. They was able to channel that energy. They use that beastie, huh? They use that beast in them, and they controlled it, and they walked it. That's why we have the Jordans, the LeBrons, uh, 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 the Williams, the Serena Williams, the uh, the Larry Birds, the Ginobili's, uh, the Christian Rianos. Did I say his name right? Forgive me if I misspoke on that. But you know what I'm saying? The Messies, huh? I know I said that right. The Messies. They're animals. They're freaking animals. But they tamed that animal. Go and walk your dog today.